and welcome to Granny Horse Training. And I'm going to do another little video on teaching your horse to pick up its feet. Lacey's pretty well trained now, but I haven't really brought the tools out here in the stand out here in the arena to work with her. But we'll see how she does. One of your essential things that you want your horse to have a nice trim is to be able to put its foot up on the stand. And we don't want that. No, we don't want that. We'll ignore this behavior. That's enough. Okay, give me your foot. Up. Now it's about her relinquishing it to me and letting me bring it forward. So when she does that, then she can have her treats. Okay? And if you're going to be training any horses, you might as well get yourself a rasp, because you need to get them used to doing this too. Now this took a long time to get her to have enough duration to do this. So, to even do that little bit there that I did, that took a long time to get this behavior. Good girl, you're being good. And this, getting the foot up on the stand is one of the big things about being able to do a decent trim on the horse. And we'll do the other side because she needs it. She actually needs a full trim on her feet, but good girl. And see, she relinquishes it to me and I put it on the stand. Right. So the rasp I like is the Heller, either the Red Tang or the Legend when it's wet. Red Tang when it's dry, and the one with the green tang, the wider one when it's wet. Good girl. So we have to make sure we have the rate of reinforcement high enough. And when I started with her, she was on just a full bucket of feed and eating while I worked on her. Get yourself a bucket that can hang on a fence. And really get yourself a rasp. And if you don't have a jack like this, you can make something out of 2x4s. I gave her a click because she let me go to the end and let me control what her leg was doing. So the counter conditioning that I talked about in my earlier video is really important. Counter conditioning, just having food ready for them and they just eat the whole time you're working on them. Maybe you're only going to be able to do 2 front feet, 2 back feet. But it's essential to get, if you have a young green horse, that you get them used to some of the tools first. The last thing in the world you want is an impatient farrier showing up who's on a schedule with your green horse and that they lose their patience and hit them. If they hit them, you are so behind the 8 ball then at that point. So maybe you don't know anything about trimming the feet, but just buy yourself a decent rasp and teach your young horse the sound of it, the feel of it, the vibrations of the rasp. So that's just really important. And we'll also do it from the bottom side. Let's turn Lacey around. Whoa. And then make sure you got them so that they'll pick up their feet readily and hold them up long enough. Up. And even if you're not perfect, just even if you're not perfect, now I like to put it in the jack, but just the feel of this and the grabbing and stuff is just real important to that horse. Remember, horses pay attention to all the detail. So just doing something little like that, you're not really trimming the foot at all, but you're getting them used to that sound and the feel of the rasp. The last thing in the world you want is a farrier to lose their patience with your horse that's in training with you. So if you're gonna, and I fully advocate people learning how to train their own horse. You know, it's a good thing, and it's fun, and it may be a little dangerous, but you learn some skills. And you have a sense of accomplishment. And it might take longer than your professional trainers, but that's okay. It's your horse. If your horse is so badly in need of a trim, which many are when people bring them in out of the fields and they haven't been taken care of, get your vet and a farrier team to come out and sedate the horse, even if they have to fully sedate it and lay it down on the ground to trim the feet. That is going to be much better than having an argument and a fight with the horse. Right, Lacey? Yes, Lacey agrees. So thanks for watching, and I wish you luck with your horses. And if you want to make a comment or something, or have a question, just put it down in the comments. So thanks for watching. This is Granny Horse Training. My name is Ruth DeGennaro, and I have a website, radhooftrimming.com, and I really just work around the Winlock area of Lewis County, Washington. So thanks for watching. Bye now.